Hello and welcome to this Cardiovascular Research on Live interview. My name is Monica Gładka from European Society of Cardiology, Scientist of Tomorrow Nucleus, and I would like to introduce Professor Konstantinos Stellos. Professor Stellos is a laureate of the Outstanding Achievement Award in 2020 from European Society of Cardiology. Professor Konstantinos Stellos is a physician scientist who was trained in internal medicine and cardiology in Germany. And currently, he is a professor and chair of cardiovascular medicine and epitranscriptomics at the Newcastle University in the UK. His research focuses on the interplay among vascular biology, immunology, and RNA modification. So welcome, Professor Stellos, and thank you for being here with us today. You were recently awarded the European Society of Cardiology Outstanding Achievement Award. What does this type of recognition mean to you?
Thank you so much, Monica. I'm very glad to be hosted in Cardiovascular Research on Live. I'm very honored to win this year the Outstanding Achievement Award from the European Society of Cardiology. Since this is a very prestigious award, and if we look back in the history, who has won this prize before, I think I'm really very much honored. What does this mean for me? It's a huge recognition of my research efforts and my scientific contribution in three distinct research fields that I have worked on. First, on the role of platelets in the recruitment of circulating leukocytes onto vascular wall. Second, on the role of amyloid beta as a link between dementia and cardiovascular disease prognosis. And third, on the role of adenosine to inosine RNA editing in atherosclerotic heart disease. All these contributions were reviewed by the reviewers of the nominating committee of the award, and I'm really very honored to receive this.
So how this recognition will affect your career in the future?
Given that this is a very prestigious award from the European Society of Cardiology, I truly hope that this will increase my chances of acquiring grants on my research projects.
One of your research focuses, RNA modification in cardiovascular disease, remain a hot topic. What was the most exciting scientific discovery that you made and why?
So at the time that I used to work at the Goethe University Frankfurt, together with Professor Stephanie Dimmeler, I was really surprised how a single nucleotide modification, in this case it was the adenosine deamination in another nucleotide called inosine, could actually affect gene expression at a very high level. We realized very quickly that RNA editing in the non-coding regions of ALU elements located in the 3' untranslated region of cathepsin S is extremely important for the high expression of cathepsin S in atherosclerosis. This finding was the first to show that RNA modifications may play an important role in cardiovascular disease.
What translational potential do you see in your research?
Taking into consideration that RNA modifications may play an important role in cardiovascular disease development, which is an area that my laboratory is currently investigating, I believe that targeting RNA modifications in future may have a therapeutic value. Further, RNA editing may be used per se to correct monogenic mutations that lead to a disease. Therefore, we may be able to correct any guanosine to adenosine mutation to go back to guanosine through RNA editing.
So lastly, if you could give one piece of advice to young scientists looking for a successful scientific career, what would that be?
I believe that they should follow their dream, they should do what they most love, and most importantly, to think outside the box. Do not be afraid to explore new scientific edges and try to identify novel mechanisms or try to identify novel therapeutic options for cardiovascular disease. This is very much needed taking into consideration that till today, we do not have a causative treatment for atherosclerosis, for instance.
Thank you very much for your time, Professor Stellos, and many thanks to our viewers.
Thank you so much also for hosting me in Cardiovascular Research on Live.